Hello everyone and welcome to the indie scene. My name is HJ Tenchi and today we'll be taking a first look at Heileen 3 New Horizons by Winter Wolves. Heileen 3 is an interactive story/dating simulator that places you in the boots of Heileen, a young lady who has found herself shipwrecked with her two remaining crew. She is rescued by a young boy from her past, turned pirate captain, and must now make decisions every day to determine her future. Since the game has been fully released, you may pick it up for PC, Mac, and Linux. And yes, this is a interactive story/dating simulator. It's not something that I normally play, but I actually really enjoy this one. We're going to start on normal. What this will do is determine the starting relationships between people and then the consequences or results of certain choices throughout the game. We'll read the intro. I'm going to kind of go through it a little quickly. I don't want to spoil too much story. It is a dating simulator/story/kind of RPG. So there's going to be... The story is kind of the big reason to play the game. And you can go through and do different things. There are multiple endings, of course. You can become different people. But I want to show you enough of the story, but not too much at the same time. And bear with the voices. I'll try and do them for the humility and humor involved. Oh, God. Where will fate decide to take me now? From the moment I started my journey into the new world, my life has had fill of its ups and downs. I think it's mostly been the latter, though. It all started with that accursed shipwreck. I lost everyone I knew and loved. Mary, my best friend, John, someone I met during our voyage, Otto, my rich uncle, and Laura, Otto's lover. I was all alone, stranded on an uncharted island, away from human civilization, away from all my friends. I would have surely gone mad and died if Abella and Robert, former slaves rescued by Laura and Otto, hadn't found me. Then one day I came across a mysterious map, a map which led us off to finding a way off that island. This was our way out, and it was in the form of a pirate ship. So, we've gone ahead and kind of been rescued by pirates. We have this gentleman right here, which is our captain, and Juliet, who's the second in command. Not really a big fan of us or our two friends. But, you know, it happens. Morgan is the pirate leader, and we've known him from the past. He was a young kid named Marcus back in the day. He used to be a classmate and was very poor, so we lent him money. Because of that past generosity, Morgan's going to trust us a little bit more and was able to take us onto the ship. So we were rescued from the island, which is good because who knows how that would have ended up. Here on the pirate ship, you can see that, well, we don't necessarily fit in. We actually have a decent outfit that looks for it, so we're accepted slightly more. But our friends are not. They do not look like pirates. And she's kind of in tattered clothes, which will cause an issue later on, too. The wench is right. We don't really have any solid reason to help you, do we? Why do you want to rush, anyway? So, we're talking about we kind of want to find out what's going on and, you know, go back home and, you know, re-go back with our lives. Whereas Morgan's kind of wondering, all right, what's the rush? She doesn't want to help us at all, Juliet. I just want to see my friends again. I want to find out if they're all okay. And in order for me to accomplish that as soon as possible, you guys have to help. Finding missing people who got lost from a shipwreck is quite difficult, you know. So we're trying to find our friends so we can go home. Leave no man behind. So I like the way she thinks, at least. But you did tell us you'd help, right? We have helped all too much already. If we're going to help you find your friends, then what's in it for us? I have a very deep voice. It's part of being a pirate. So, we have our first choice. And what we choose is going to depend on what outcome we get, the results, and what kind of person we're going to be, which we'll explain later in the sins and also the virtues menu. So we can try and quote-unquote persuade Morgan. We can tell them that Otto will reward them. We can beg for their help or threaten them. You know what? I tried to persuade him, and last time it made us a little lusty. It's kind of a sin, so that's not good. So let's beg for their help. How am I supposed to pay them? I don't have any money with me. I knelt down before Morgan and looked in the eyes. I know you're a good man, Morgan, so please help me. You're too kind, Heileen, but Juliet has a point. You have to give us something if you want our services. But I need to reunite with them. I need to see for myself that the shipwreck didn't kill them. I need to know that they're alive and well. Ever since I found myself on that island, I have been worrying about them both day and night. If we don't find them soon, they might... Tears began to stream out of my eyes, and I started to sob really loudly. Hey, you're getting my shoes all wet. Stop that. somehow managed to stop crying. Heileen, stand up. Show some dignity. I stood up and rubbed the remaining wetness out of my eyes. I'm sorry, I don't know what I would do if I never saw them again. What you did now annoyed me, Heileen. You can't just wail and beg every time you need something. Ooh, so that's not working out. I'll try my best not to do it again. Okay, so that backfired pretty hardcore. Last time, it worked out kind of. It pissed Juliet off a little bit, but Morgan kind of went with it. He's like, all right, well, you kind of have to work for it, but we'll figure it out. So, I guess we'll just have to think of her payment later. We'll focus on finding your friends first. Okay, thank goodness. Thank you so much, Morgan. You don't know how grateful I am. You're welcome, Heileen. Now we should start. Aren't you going to ask for my opinion first? I don't really want to help them if I'm not going to get anything out of it. My voice gets slightly feminine when I talk longer. Who's the leader here, Juliet? Juliet started to snap back at him, but hesitated at the last moment. Now then, you should apologize to Heileen. And we discussed that, well, she doesn't want to apologize. We're not charity workers, we're pirates. And she's going to storm off. So pretty much Morgan's kind of going for us because we have some past with him, because we were generous in the past, and he's going to give us a chance. But for this chance, we actually have to go ahead and, well, work for it. So, he's really good looking, and I find myself getting attracted to him. Oh my, he's staring into my eyes. Is he going to kiss me? I stood still, preparing myself for what might happen. But he didn't do what I expected. Instead, he stepped back a bit, pointed his finger to my left, and asked me a question. Is that black cat yours? And we're going to introduce to our good friend, Black. The black cat here actually speaks to us, and we can understand him. No one else can understand him, but this is going to be our main guide. Ha! When it comes to rats, leave it to Black. I'll get the job done. Wait, did we just hear him talk? Why does he talk like that? Hey, Black, come here. Where have you been all this time, Black? I was following you guys, but then I got lost and Morgan found me. You can talk? Yes, but I think you're the only one who can understand me. Okay, well, outside of the outrageous voice he has, he is going to show us how to play the game and give us advice throughout the game. So we're going to go ahead and skip through a lot of this stuff. I can actually hold control, which you saw right there, and that's going to skip through the stuff because I've already played through the game. You can also save and load at any time, which is really nice. This would also explain the sins and virtue system, so every time we choose something, we'll either gain a sin or a virtue, and it's going to push our different statistics one way or the other. We'll skip it this time. So there's a knock at the door. Juliet comes barging in and needs to tell us something. So this is where she mentions that we need to do something on the ship, otherwise she's going to throw us off. So Juliet accepts the fact that Abella can cook. Robert can hunt and cut wood, but that doesn't really help on a pirate ship. So she pretty much makes him be a sparring partner. Now what happens with that is that, well, Abella, her husband, is not overly fond of that idea of them being one-on-one together in close quarters. So they get in a little altercation, but we're able to slowly diffuse it. And eventually we go back in, and we're going to find out the first day. Now, I'm trying to not skip too much, but skip a lot because I don't want to spoil this stuff. What you see is the main portion of the game, the whole story part. So each day we'll be able to choose a morning and an evening activity. Each one will raise our stats. So you can see reading books. We'll actually go ahead and expect to raise 2 to 4 points in our wisdom, which is only level 1 right now. Same thing, an accountant will raise our cunning. We also have strength, dexterity, endurance, wisdom, and charisma. Oh, discipline. So these will all affect different things in the game. Later on, we'll have like skill checks. And if you have the high enough skill, you get the good side. Otherwise, you get the default or bad. And we also have energy. Every time we do something, it's going to take up some of our energy, and we'll eventually need rest to get back this energy. Later on, we'll have colony activities because we're eventually going to reach a colony. And we can do that with special people that we've made relationships with. Not only will that increase the relationship with that person and proc special activities, but it'll also raise our abilities up much, much higher. So how about we'll do some accounting right now. Expected increase of 2 and 4, do this activity. So you can see we got +2 out of it. We'll get a new level at 50. So it's quite a ways away. And we also get some flavor text as well for what it is. So day 2, we have our morning. Let's do accounting again. Okay, we got +3, so that's a little bit better. We only are down 4% in energy so far. And then now here's our night thing. Every once in a while we'll have night issues or daytime issues depending on what the day is. And so we're going to kind of stumble around and look around. Some of the pirates were interrogating Abella and Robert. What do you pirates want? Tell us. Don't understand what you're talking about. Please, leave us alone. Oh, sure. Pretending to be naive, are we? Leave now, before I get mad. You don't scare us, big guy. Last time we checked, there were only 2 of you and a lot of us. Actually, I would assume that's probably the females' comment, but yeah, you know it. And this is not right. So we go ahead and we try and step in to help out, and Morgan is able to intervene. Now, we can question his generosity. He's actually mentioning that, you know, we need to clothe our people and give them pirate clothes, and then maybe the pirates will leave them alone. And he's like, we don't have time for this. Morgan says this is kind of a waste of time. I don't have time for this, and we're not going to do that. So we can give them clothes as a reward for their hard work. We can question his generosity, or we can tell them that for the crew's sake, we should clothe Abella because she's half naked after all. So this is the actual decision I went with last time. And he comes around to thinking, is like, you know what, that's actually a good point. She's going to be kind of a distraction, and we're going to get our first virtue up, our chastity. This is definitely a big contrast to the first choice I made in my first playthrough, which was lust. So we've gone ahead and done that, and he's going to tell us, all right, you know what, we've decided that you did pretty well. You were very cunning, especially on the first time with the persuasion, and then now this, which we didn't do this time. And he's going to eventually get us to come with him on board. Wow, plus 12. So that is a rare chance that we'll get the huge bonus. So we pretty much got 3 times the best result. All right, so we are morning, and we're going to go out onto the colony, because he's going to have us earn our keep by using our hopeful sharp intellect and our good ideas. Now, what's happening here is that 2 pirates are asking for more money, pretty much. More bounty from Marcus, or the new pirate king, and, well, the pirate leader, I guess. He's not the pirate king. And from Morgan, also known as Marcus back in the day. And we're asked to decide what happens. So he says, all right, well, what do you think, Heileen? And we get to choose once again. So we can split everything evenly between the 2 people. We can provide extra supplies from Morgan's own personal stash. We can turn it into a contest, or we should tell him, hey, you should stop asking for extra. It's the pirate leader. So let's go with turn it into a contest. How? Well, store a good amount of food and weaponry, which will be put up as a prize. Whoever makes the biggest bounty next week will win it. Then all we have to do is repeat this every week. That way, all of you will be motivated to do your best. In addition, the reward will always be given to the best one based on hard facts, not options of or heresy. So we're going to get a gluttony, which I'm okay with. I really like the card, the tarot card that you get too. So they're going to get kind of pissed about this. But they end up coming around to our thinking, saying, okay, you know what? This isn't too bad of an idea. Her words are full of wisdom. So eventually it'll come out okay, and we'll head back to the boat. So once again, I'm trying to raise this accounting up. Plus 4. We got max. Very cool. Day 5. So we're not running out. Which is really nice is that we don't run out of energy very quickly. We're able to continually raise our stats and go by week to week, and hopeful preparation for, well, an upcoming big event that we would need one of these stats. Now, you can save at any time, which is really, really nice. As you can see, I've deleted my save file so I don't give away anything, and load the game. So let's say I really don't like something that I did. I can go back and, well, redo it. Also, you can do, too, is go to the option menu at any time, go to the main menu, delete old games, and go to the options, which will allow you to skip after choices, change the text, whether go full screen or smooth the text speed up. So which is really nice about the game is that it gives you lots of options. So if you're someone that really likes the interactive stories or the dating simulator fun, this is definitely going to be a fun one for you. And what really makes this, nice, another breakthrough. We're almost leveled. What makes this company, Winter Wolves, so great is that they're open to all forms of gender and sexuality. So you can have games that are for same gender, both male and female, alternate gender, and the opposite gender, male-female. So New Horizons is going to be a male-female game. It is on Greenlight, which is definitely something you guys should go check out. And if you decide to do something that wants to be male-male or female-female, no matter what gender you happen to be, there's different versions of the game that you can pick up. So it's really, really cool. It's a whole different story. I really recommend checking these guys out and supporting Heileen 3 and New Horizons, along with developer Winter Wolves. So please check out the information in the video description below. Please also find them on Steam Greenlight and give them a vote. And of course, for more indie preview and review goodness, check out youtube.com/Pixabay, the home of everything indie. Thank you all for watching, and of course, have a good day. Uh-oh. Please go to Morgan's cabins once you finish your meal. Okay. The pirate left without another word. Dun, dun, dun! Spoiler, it's not what you're thinking. Have a good one, everyone.